Hello and welcome to this class. This is Introduction to Hydrogeology 1. Your teacher, Samuel Mugendi, lecturer at the Kenya Water Institute, Nairobi, Kenya. Hydrogeology is the study of groundwater. It is sometimes referred to as geohydrology and groundwater or groundwater hydrology. Now, hydrology having to deal with surface water. Hydrogeology will mainly deal with the subsurface water. Immediately after the water has come from the surface and has infiltrated into the subsurface. Now, that's what hydrogeology deals with. Hydrogeology deals with how water gets into the ground or how it is recharged. Or sometimes we say how it infiltrates from the surface into the subsurface. After it has gotten to the subsurface, it then flows in the subsurface. It flows through what we call percolation. It percolates through the aquifer. However, as it percolates through the aquifer, it interacts with the rocks and the soils in the subsurface. So we say it interacts with geology. So this water from all the way from the surface, it starts by infiltrating to the subsurface. It then starts percolating deep to the surface, interacting with the soils and the rocks, what we call the geology. That's what hydrogeology is. Now, what do hydrogeologists do? Hydrogeologists do several tasks, and I will just mention a few. Number one, they design and construct water wells. Now, hydrogeologists, they design and come up with a way of now extracting the water that has already percolated to the subsurface, getting it now to the surface for it to be of use. Now, to get that water from deep there, they design and construct water wells. They are mainly guided by hydrogeological survey, which they do and design water well, knowing well the depth at which the water is and the quality of the water and the type of the aquifer, and so they come up with a clear design of how to get that water from the subsurface. Number two, they discover how much water is available. The hydrogeologists will discover the amount of water available in the subsurface. They will have to discover, is the water sustainable without destructing the ecosystem, without destroying the base flow? Is it sustainable for exploration? And how much water should be explored or should be drawn from that specific aquifer? So that is their work, to determine the amount of water that is available, the quantity of water that can be tapped from a certain aquifer comfortably without depleting the ecosystem without depleting the aquifer for sustainability. Number 3, investigate the quality of the groundwater. Now, hydrogeologists will actually investigate how the water quality is to suit the intended purpose. They will have to determine what kind of dissolved minerals are there in the groundwater. So for instance, if the water is meant for human consumption, probably for drinking or for household purposes, the hydrogeologists will have to look at specific qualities of water, being guided with probably the World Health Organization guidelines for drinking water, or if this water is meant for farming, the hydrogeologist will have to determine the quality of water so that to ensure it is fit for its intended purpose. Number 4, they design schemes for cleaning up pollution in groundwater. For instance, if this water is polluted and it is not fit for probably agriculture, the hydrogeologist will give a design scheme of how to make it fit for agriculture, of how to remove the pollutants or the things that are making the water not to be fit, so that the water can be used for that intended purpose. So they will come up with that design scheme of how to clean up this groundwater. They design dewatering schemes. Now, in some areas, groundwater is the water table is very shallow. It's very shallow or near the surface. And when doing things like construction and things like mining, groundwater may be a problem to such sites. So these hydrogeologists will come up with a design to dewater the site, to remove the excess water, to make sure that the water has been cleared for easy construction, for easy mining, or for easy any other purpose in the site. So they will come up with that design because that is their expertise. Number 6, hydrogeologists helps to harness geothermal energy through groundwater-based heat pumps. Now we all know that geothermal energy comes from superheated water in the mantle that gets heated and then comes out through the fissures as steam or hot steam. Then it drives the turbines and produces energy. Now, in some areas, geothermal is not available, but hydrogeologists can advise where to put some base heat pumps to heat the groundwater, to superheat the groundwater. Then that superheated groundwater can be tapped and used as artificial geothermal. So they will actually help in identifying where the aquifer is, so as to know where to put these base heat pumps to heat the water and produce geothermal energy. Those are the main roles, or mainly what hydrogeologists do. in the world, across the world. Thank you for watching, but remember to like, to subscribe, so as to get other videos that are latest. Thank you.